Tonight on Joy News Prime, the New Patriotic Party officially condemns content of leaked IGP tape while questioning the rationale behind whoever recorded it. We have more as the party says the case lies in the purview of Parliament, which has the power to investigate the matter.
Well, unfortunately, it's something that as a party we condemn it. To start with, it's something that we condemn it as a party. But at the end of the day, you also ask yourself, how did all these things happen?
Also, Ghana's first medical waste facility meant to properly sort and dispose medical waste commissioned at Adaja in the Ashanti region. We'll hear from the Metropolitan Assembly Chief Executive, who says the facility will help accommodate over 467,000 tons of solid waste generated annually in the area. In the bulletin, Mauli Senior High School cuts Cater HHTS and Bishop Herman College to size, claiming a resounding victory and securing the prestigious Goy Volta Oti Zonal Regional Championship for the first time. The news is live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 125, of course, across our social media platforms as well. My name is Faustina Safo. Thanks for choosing us. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Now, the New Patriotic Party has condemned the content of a leaked tape which captured an unnamed senior police officer and a suspected bigwig of the NPP allegedly plotting the removal of the IGP, Dr. George Akufo-Dampare. According to the General Secretary of the party, Justin Frimpong Kodia, it will be unfortunate for anyone to link the NPP to the tape because the claims are unsubstantiated. He spoke to my colleague Samin Bura of our political desk.
It's rather unfortunate that they will make such an unsubstantiated allegation against the New Patriotic Party. To start with, IGP was appointed by His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the Constitution gives him the power to do so. And I'm not sure when His Excellency was making the appointment, he consulted me as General Secretary or the National Chairman. It is his prerogative. So he has the power to decide if the IGP continues or his appointment could be terminated or if certain appointment could also be given to him. So it's neither here or not there.
So what's your official stance as a party on this tape?
Well, unfortunately, it's something that as a party we condemn it. To start with, it's something that we condemn as a party. But at the end of the day, you also ask yourself, how did all these things happen? Was it a stage thing? Was it a setup? Who went there to record it? And what was the intention of the person who went to also record it and also leaked it out? You should also ask that question.
So is there a possibility that the party will also conduct its independent investigation to know which party member was involved in that alleged tape?
Well, I don't know which party person you are talking about. And at the end of the day, it does not lie in the purview of the party. How can the party come here and conduct an investigation into it? In what capacity? Tell me, in what capacity?
Because the claim is that NPP people were involved in that plot.
Well, so far as we are aware as a party, we are not involved. We don't know who went there to record it. And I believe the national security, the police service, have all the requisite personnel and resources to do their own investigation.
Do you support the parliamentary inquiry into this tape?
Well, it lies in the purview of Parliament. They have the power to do so. So if in their own wisdom they feel they need to investigate, so be it.
Well, speaking at a Thanksgiving service to commemorate 1 year of the election of national executives for the NPP at the Church of Pentecost, the national chairman of the party, Stephen Ntim, denounced the activities of LGBTQ+ in Ghana. Well, according to him, the party believes in the religious and cultural values that frowns against the practice and will not go contrary to such beliefs.
the New Patriotic Party, which I represent as national chairman, wishes to articulate explicitly, in no uncertain terms, without any bells and whistles, that we have a position on the topic that is making the rounds, not just in Ghana, but across the globe. What is the position of the New Patriotic Party when it comes to LGBTQ? I'm sure most of the people here, if not all, would say that Ghana frowns upon the LGBTQ. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why would I, Stephen and Tim, why would our General Secretary, Justin Frimpong Kubia, why would this able national organizer, national third vice chairman, and all the men here, and also the women here, stoop so low and opt for LGBTQ? I want to state emphatically, without any fear of equivocation, that the New Patriotic Party that I chair will never support LGBTQ.
To other stories now, a mechanical engineer, Eddie Quay, is urging persons who use gas cylinders at home not to fill them to the brim. He says the practice is dangerous and could cause domestic fires. Speaking on Pyramid Show, he advised against the rolling of gas cylinders. He says the gas cylinders must stand upright. He's been sharing other safety measures. Listen.
You are not supposed to have any cylinder, pressure cylinder, in indoor. It's supposed to be outdoor.
When you say pressure
cylinder, once if it's empty,
okay,
you can keep it indoor. But if you fill it with gas, you are not supposed to keep it indoor. It's supposed to be outdoor. Don't be afraid of thieves. You know, sometimes you can just get this chain and just lock the. Ghanaians have a problem. Ghanaians, we have a challenge. Our challenge is that sometimes when the gas run out and you are going to buy the gas will not be available. That's why people try to top up. But NPA, National Petroleum Authority, have given serious regulation to these vendors to make sure they fill to the weight of that cylinder, not to the capacity of the cylinder.
Explain that bit.
They are supposed to, they've given them weight. You know, the cylinder have the number of liters. You can fill it to about 25 liters. But they are saying that if you fill the whole 25 liters, the pressure will be very high. And in case of emergency, it will be very tough for them to handle. So reduce the pressure. So reduce the quantity to 75%. So when they fill, they are not supposed to fill it to the brim. They fill it to 75%. And that's why they came out with the kilograms.
Okay.
Because they realize that if they tell the people to use liters, we may have challenges. So they say, now use the scale. So in the receipt, they don't want you to have any price above their price allocation. So you are forced to write on your receipt 14 kilos. 52 kilos, 13 kilos.
So it's wrong with the top-ups they do.
So you realize that those who fill by liters and they top up, they will write their price for you, which is not in the weight category that NPA is allowed.
And it's wrong.
It's very wrong. It's very wrong.
Talk about safety.
It's very wrong, and that is some of the causes of fires at home.
In the process of going to buy these gas with a cylinder, how is it supposed to be transported?
Well, you see, we are forced to roll them because of the design. Natural, when you pick a cylinder, you want it to roll. So you put them in your car rolling. No, that is wrong. You are supposed to handle them standing upright. The cylinders are supposed to
You are not supposed to sleep.
No, they are not supposed to sleep in your car. Then you see them rolling forward. When you brake, they go bang. Then they come back in your car. They're
supposed
to
to
keep dancing. they have to stand. So if they cannot
you
stand in your boot,
that
it should go inside your car. And when it gets inside your car and you are smelling the perfume of the gas, then which means your valve, the top valve, there's the valve, the copper or the bronze valve that this valve will go on. It's another valve. There's a leak, it can leak. When it starts leaking, you smell the perfume in your car. The best thing is to send it back to the vendor. Don't try to amend it yourself. No, send the cylinder. When you smell anything problem with your cylinder, you have to send it to the vendor. They will discard the gas in it and check if they can do it for you. If they can't, they'll tell you your cylinder have expired. And the cylinder even have years of expiry. You can't use it for life. And so you can't inherit cylinders. Like your mother used a cylinder and your mother is gone and you think you can inherit it. No.
Okay.
Well, anytime you notice a rust on your cylinder and your cylinder have worked successfully for 2 years for you and you now notice rust, the life of your cylinder, the metal cylinder, is 10 years. You are supposed to send it back to the factory for pressure tests. The fiberglass one, the new ones that looks like plastic in town, they are made up of fiberglass. Now, fiberglass, just these days, we've realized that they are failing. They are failing.
The fiberglass?
The fiberglass is failing on all angles. And I can tell you on the grounds, if you like, ask any sprinter driver. The modern sprinter bus is using fiberglass as the spring. Ask them, how is the fiberglass doing? And if they have an option, will they pick a metal spring or they'll pick a fiberglass spring? And that will tell you the whole issue about that. But then the difference is you have to do pressure tests for fiberglass every 5 years. But then metal or metallic cylinders, you have to do 10 years. The first signal to tell you your cooker is giving you problem is when you start seeing smoke, or your bowls, your cooking utensils are getting darker.
Sweet.
That tells you your cooker have a problem. 1. 2, when the color coming out is not blue, but red or orange.
The color of the burning gas?
The burning gas should be blue. Blue. It should be blue. If you buy anything new and you realize the color is not blue, something orange, something red, please, no. Send it back. Send it back to where you bought it. Tell them the cooker is no good. When you put it on, it should be blue. Your fire should be blue.
Now let's talk about the disposal of medical waste. Ghana's first medical waste facility meant to properly sort and dispose medical waste has been commissioned at Adaja in the Ashanti region. Now this is part of government's promise to create 14 medical waste facilities to tackle waste from various healthcare facilities across the country. According to the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly Chief Executive Samuel Pine, the well-equipped facility will help accommodate over 467,000 tons of solid waste generated annually in Kumasi and adjoining communities. There's more in this report by Nana Boachi Adam.
The well-equipped Kumasi Medical Waste Facility will properly an average of 10,000 kilograms of infectious waste generated throughout the Ashanti and neighboring regions. This is part of government's promise to build 14 treatment units to manage the disposal of medical waste. General Manager of the Medical Waste Services Limited of Zoom Lion, Engineer Senam Tengi, says the medical waste facility is established to address challenges in the healthcare industry.
What we do here is that we have microwave treatment systems that are able to treat every form of hazardous medical waste from the various healthcare facilities to render them harmless before disposal. The policy states that every healthcare facility needs to properly treat its healthcare waste before disposal. But then there's a very serious challenge with this, with the various healthcare facilities, in that the systems are very expensive. So most healthcare facilities are unable to afford such systems. Hence, the challenge that we are facing in our healthcare industry. So this Kumasi Medical Waste Treatment Facility, which is the first of its kind in this region, is here to solve that problem.
Director General of the Ghana Health Services, Dr. Patrick Kumabwaje, is hopeful the facility will put a stop to problems confronting medical waste systems in the country.
We are currently using, for those who do not have the best equipment, using open burning of waste. We are using incinerators that cost us a lot of high energy costs. Some are able to have some microwave services to offer medical waste management. And so there's a need for transformation into a safer, efficient, and environmentally friendly system. And what we have here provides this excellent results.
Ghana's ambassador to Belgium, Senasian Boateng, described the facility as a significant milestone in the fulfillment of Ghana's healthcare waste management policy.
This facility is a significant milestone in the fulfillment of Ghana's health waste management policy. It stands as a beacon of our commitment to safeguarding public health, protecting our environment, and ensuring the safe and efficient disposal of medical waste. It is a tangible demonstration of our dedication to creating a healthier, safer, and more sustainable world for all.
Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly Chief Executive Samuel Pine expects the establishment of the waste facility to help accommodate over 467,000 tons of solid waste generated annually by Greater Kumasi and adjoining communities.
The Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly and the 6 adjoining municipalities that form the Greater Kumasi area is a sprawling community with a population of over 2.5 million and a transient population of more than 800,000. This population generates close to 467,702 tons of solid waste annually. The disposal of these categories of waste is therefore quite challenging. It is therefore heartwarming that the region is receiving such massive infrastructure through public-private partnership between the government of His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
For Joy News, Nana Boachi Dankwa Yadom, Kumasi.
We're taking a quick breather here on Joy News Prime. We'll be back with more this day. Thanks for staying with us. Now, if you have been killing your goat or cow at home, well, the Metropolitan Veterinary Officer for Tema, Dr. Emmanuel Opoku, says it is illegal. Speaking on the Ultimate Health Show on the topic all about anthrax disease, he said that it is actually what the law states. He says it is becoming even more necessary because of the recent cases of anthrax recorded in some parts of the region. All domesticated animals, according to him, must be slaughtered at designated slaughterhouses. Listen.
All the slaughter points or the slaughter facilities that we have in the country, we are supposed to have a veterinary officer there, a technician there.
Emphasis on supposed to.
Yes. So they are. Oh yes, they are in every part of the country. But the one thing is that
how many slaughter points do you have in, let's say, Tema?
Tema, we have one. We have the Gihok, we have the Accra Abattoir, and then we have a slaughter slab in. So the enclave.
What do we mean by a slaughter slab?
Okay, so we have the slaughter slab is just a simple facility that can slaughter just about 10 to 15 animals in a day.
Okay.
Then you have a slaughterhouse.
So these must be licensed, registered?
Yes, it's registered.
Are they just community spots?
No, it's registered.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the slaughterhouse can slaughter maximum of 50, and the abattoir can do more.
Okay.
Maybe 100. So it depends on the facility that is available.
Okay. Yeah. Now the directive says that slaughter of animals should be under close supervision of the veterinary and environmental health officers at designated abattoirs and slaughter slabs.
Yes.
Does this mean that you cannot, you should not, you must not slaughter animals at home or anywhere else?
Yes.
Is this illegal? Is it a crime?
Yes, it's a crime and it's illegal.
You buy your goat, you take it home, and you bring your local whatever, or you kill it yourself and you handle it yourself. You're saying that is a crime?
Yes, because when you go and buy an animal like that and you slaughter, and probably it's a suspected anthrax case, and you take it, you can die. So all that we are saying is that we have to make sure that when we buy our animals, we take it to the designated slaughterhouses or facilities for them to be slaughtered. Through that process, we carry out what we call the antemortem, before the slaughter, we look at signs of ill health, and then after the animals are slaughtered, we conduct a post-mortem to see that whether the animal is wholesome.
Each and every animal, or on random animals?
Each and every animal.
There's supposed to be an AM and a PM on each and every animal slaughtered at designated points.
Exactly.
All right.
But the AM, sometimes, if you don't have a holding pen, you cannot. You will not be able to do.
So realistically, Doc, because this is why I pulled up this directive from the Minister of Food and Agriculture. Do you have the capacity to supervise every single supervised or slaughter at these designated points?
Okay, thank you. So
before we talk about those who are doing it in their backyards and whatnot, and their chop bars and all that.
So as a country, we need to pay particular attention, especially when we have these emerging diseases coming. We need to pay very particular attention to our slaughter facilities.
Is anthrax emerging? We've known about anthrax.
Exactly.
Okay. So what is the case? Is it that we don't have people with the requisite qualifications employed within the public service and structure to see to this obligation? Let me call it that.
Yes, so the people are there, but the logistics and the facilities are actually not there.
Now let's talk about the Love FM's high school debate. After a breathtaking contest against TIMAS Kumasi, the Amanfo of Prempeh College have clinched the ultimate prize as winners of the 2023 edition of the competition. The two-time finalists managed to break the jinx to earn the bragging rights as the best debating school in the Ashanti region. In a fiercely contested finals on the motion, colonization is responsible for Ghana's underdevelopment. There's more in this report by Nana Boachi Yadum.
Accurate timekeeper, all other protocols will be observed. Good afternoon to you all. Representing Prempeh College, my name is Alfred Akwasi Bresiama, Principal Speaker in full affirmation of the said motion, and I quote.
It's been weeks of showcasing intellectual brilliance by debaters from various schools in the Ashanti region. The contests have been intellectually stimulating and exciting throughout the preliminary stage through to the grand finale. At the end, Prempeh College have emerged winners of the 5th edition of the Love FM High School Debate after fiercely contested finals against the winners of the maiden edition TIMAS Kumasi.
The chair, they deviated from the motion by giving a sermon on the other factors responsible for Ghana's underdevelopment. They chaired the house and they wanted to charm the house into believing that colonization is not part of them.
It was a puzzling task for both schools at the beginning of the contest, but the Amanfo stunned the Phobians of TIMAS to secure their victory.
From round of 16, we've been carrying one message through, that if God is victory and Prempeh College is victory, then God is Prempeh College. So how do you beat God? How do you beat God? God is flawless. God is unbeatable. So you don't beat God. Simple.
You have been in the contest for the first time, for the second time, and this time around, I mean the finals. This time around is your third time being in finals, and you won. What was so extraordinary this time around, leading you to your victory?
God. It is God. God and God and God and God again. God and God and God again. And we have the support from the previous debaters, Senior Kennedy, Senior Manuel, Senior Sanusi, the teachers, everyone, because we meant it this year. And we meant that with God on our side, we were going to take the trophy this year. And God has done right for us.
What do you think led to your victory today against the IMAS?
It was all God. It was all God. When we were coming, we were even praying in our bus. They thought it was all because they had won it before, so they are coming to win it again. But this is Prempeh College. We have God. God did it today. Today it was all God. It was all God.
As the 5th edition of the competition comes to an end, General Manager of Love FM, Jimmy Agla, encouraged participants and schools to make use of the experience gained and embrace its knowledge to strive for excellence.
Well done on your remarkable performances. As we conclude the 2023 Love FM High Schools debate, I want to encourage all present to carry this experience forward. Embrace knowledge, challenge ideas, and strive for excellence.
For Joy News, Nana Boachi Yadum, Kumasi.
And that's how we wrap up the bulletin here on Joy News Prime. My name is Faustina Safa. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant evening.